Siema ludzie, z tej strony Survey64, a was zapraszam na kolejny odcinek gry Technomancer. W tym odcinku będziemy bawić się misje poboczne, dwie z rzędu. Jebańce. Jebani wolny mutanci. Ja takimi przeciwnikami się mogę bić, nie damy tam... Do widzenia, dziękuję. Jebany mnie strzelił. Pocik nie! Dzięki za dbałość. Ty mnie bijesz? Ty mnie bijesz? No. Dawaj następny. O nie, nie ma lata. Przewalone ilością, niżeli potęgą. Dom! No bez żartów, tylko nie one. To ma coraz potężny dziadek. No zostałem tam, tak? Ej, z tyłu, o ty! Prądem mnie? Nie prądem? Dobra, nie gadaj, dawać tu tę rundę. O kurwa, trochę już zostało. Co to za Borys? Kurwa, Borys! Odpierdol się! Borys! coś powiedziałem. Jebańce, samozwańce. Ile was tu kurwa jest? To jest jakiś pomysł. Dosyć się i kurwa nie debile cię zabiję. Który ma granaty? Nie rzuca. Ja pierdziut, co się dzieje? Co za mędy, no. Jakoś się to udało. Nie wiem jak tam.
That a boy!
Tell me more about the challenges.
Sure.
Co, już nie ma? Ale kit! Człowiek się pomęczył, żeby coś powalczyć, a to kurde już jedno 3 walki koniec, tak? Ale sens. Chciałem jakieś informacje o tym hartowniku.
Hey there, new blood. What can I do you for?
I'm looking for a man named Derek Labor. He fought here.
Guess you've earned a bit of honesty from me. Poor Derek. Poor Derek. Hit a snag. Snag so big it got him knocked out, if you catch my drift. There were 2 fellas after him. More likely that they did him in than the story going round that he simply choked drinking from a glass. Don't you think? Strong fellow like that.
Where can I find the guys?
They're Vory, answer. So I'm guessing you can find them hanging around Anton Rogue's warehouse. But I didn't tell you that.
I'll keep you safe. Thanks for the help.
No to gitara. Dobra, to Antona ale gdzieś koło magazynu gości. Coś tu jest. Nie wiem, czy to oni, czy jakiś inny quest.
Word is, you're the guy who paid to kill Derek Labor. Guy who won his last fight in the arena a few days ago.
Fuck you! Who the hell you think you are coming in here like this, prick? How about we teach you a lesson in manners? How about that, boys?
Chłopaki, jak was jest tylko 2.
Stop, damn it, stop! We're the ones who shot Derek.
And who sent you to do it?
Shit, it was that fucking guard who watches over the fights. He wanted Derek gone. I don't know why, so don't ask. I just took what he paid, and I did what he asked, all right?
Yeah, alright. An honest killer. What'll they think of next? Later.
Ja pitole. Ty do szarmy idę od razu, może coś jakiś fajny kład mi bracie od razu.
You ain't wanted here, pal. Piss off!
Siema, siema, morda.
I heard you put an end to the smugglers' trafficking, Mr. Mancer. I am disappointed.
Why's that?
My concern? Oh no, I simply admired the man. Not for the income he scraped from his beggar army, but rather for the pressure he managed to put on the merchants without lifting a finger. With that said, anything having to do with crime is my concern. Maybe you will remember the next time before you stick your fingers in my pies. Now tell me, what do you want?
I just wanted you to know my services are available for a price.
Interesting. A question, though. Is it really the pay you're after, Mancer, or could it be the adrenaline? Those old graybeards at the source boring the living hell out of you yet?
I don't remember inviting you into my business. If you need me, just pay.
A Technomancer for hire. A prize indeed. Who wouldn't need such a thing? But you'll need to prove yourself first. The army has a weapons shipment heading to the front. I'd like for it to not get there. Why don't you use your rank to see that it makes an unforeseen detour to, well, me?
This a test of loyalty? Fine, if that's what you need. I gotta go.
Then go.
Dobra. Nie, chcę nam doprowadzić do
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
pokojowego zakończenia, a nawet neutralnego. To już byłoby to neutralne. Czekaj. Chociaż się kurwa pojebałem mocno. I się bokserami. Torium, dobra. Idę do bokserów pierw.
You ain't wanted here, pal. Piss off!
Idioci. Ja to mam dziś, nie będę się nastawiał.
Make the slightest move, you're a dead man.
Jak nie ma potrzeby, to nie będę się bił. Głupota. Ten leży nie podoba. Gdzie tu są schody? Tu są schody.
I have two witnesses telling me you're behind Derek Labor's death. Why'd you do it?
Shit. Why did I do it? You know how much that little bitch cost me in serum? Papa's little ass was supposed to go down in the last fight. But no, he decided he needed to follow the rules. Being a pathetic laborer who started winning fights swelled his head. A little arrogance goes a long way in the arena. You get hurt outside of it, though, he was supposed to lose. He didn't. That hurt me really bad. So, I made an example of him to other fighters who think they can think for themselves, too.
You're under arrest for the murder of Derek Labor.
Yeah, sure. You and what army officer? Get out of here.
Ktoś ty kurwa pierdalał stawkę na rozmachy? Jebany jest kuloodporny. No i gitara.
Miss, there's no easy way to say this, but I found your fiancé's body. The Vori killed him over some rigged bets.
No! No! Derek!
I arrested the man responsible. He's in jail now. And that doesn't bring Derek back, but at least the guy who did it will pay.
Thank you, officer. Thank you.
No i gitara. Warto robić te questy, po prostu to fajnie doświadczenie. Fajne umiejętności można sobie pić. O Jezu, do skota się pierdolę. Dobra, w górę. Ja się z wami nie biję.
Take the slightest move, you're a dead man. Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him?
And you are?
Zachariah Mancer. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. Haven't seen him for days. I'm Veronica Seeker, the professor's assistant. I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even like to sleep, said it just wasted time. Even more than likely in the middle of the research he was doing.
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine as well. I'm sure he'd already started work on it before leaving. You know anything about it?
I, of course, know the subject of his investigations, but as the one you're interested in has yet to be completed or published, I can't help you.
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I'm sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Veronica, I know I'm not exactly a prime physical specimen, but I should hope that I am still not so forgettable. Unless I'm wrong and we do not know each other, what is, after all, certain in this life? It might all just be a confounded dream. Like the one I had last night, where, trying to wear my pants as a shirt, I found my nose got caught in the zipper.
Professor Scott. Oh my. Hello. I am so sorry I did not recognize you. You should have told me earlier to save me from this embarrassment. Was it you who was planning the collaboration on the Technomancer research? I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power grabs might have finally come back to bite him. He would even preach to his colleagues and the listeners at conferences. I would give anything to be wrong, of course, but hope is oftentimes incongruous with reality we must come to face.
Okay.
Zachariah, could you... Anyway, could I talk to you in private?
What's going on?
I know that I'm asking a lot, but I was wondering if maybe you could continue to investigate. You are someone important now. You know a lot of people. They can tell you if Veronica's suspicions are justified.
I could probably talk about it with my captain, or tap into some contacts in the know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be sure, you see. I think that you need to recover his latest research. I strongly believe that, besides what he said, he found something dangerous. The ASC, they're thugs. We must not allow sensitive scientific research to fall into their hands. The risks are too high.
I'll see what I can do, but I doubt that Veronica will give me Charles's documents willingly. She's very protective of her boss's work.
What?
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah. If he came back, I don't think he'd be too pleased to find out I handed it away. You ever find out what happened to him?
Still looking for leads. Just finding dead end after dead end. I'm still looking.
I keep hoping he just took a vacation. I know better. That man could never relax. Let me know if you hear anything, will you?
No to... Ja pitole, że pomyliłem przyciski. Coś tutaj mam? Anton! Zanim do Antona pójdę, jednak chcę zrobić coś, żeby mi takiemu... trochę lepszą karmę, żeby mieć u niego. Może to nic więcej powie, a tak to... taką karmę to może mi powiedzieć co indziej. Wpadaj na bambus! Więc dobra, biegniemy. Robimy trochę innych questów, podpierdolimy, podbędzimy broń. Dam antidiotium. Antidotum, a nie antidiotium. Mowa. Gdzie tu jest ktoś? Nope, nie. Jak to z nią mogę gadać?
You already back, Lieutenant Zachariah?
There was a professor, Charles Seeker, who disappeared a while back. I'd really like to find out what happened to him.
I don't know why I should give a damn when it has shit to do with your mission orders, Lieutenant. But if an answer will get you refocused on where your mind should be, give me a minute. Let me just begin by saying I really hope this professor wasn't a friend of yours, Lieutenant. And I'd hate to learn you're not a better judge of character than to befriend the likes of rebel insurgents. He's been sent to a re-education camp outside the city. Forget you ever knew him, Lieutenant. Even if he was just a friend of a friend, like, say, that old drunk you keep around, Scott Seeker, and I'll try to do the same. Show too much concern for enemies of the corporation, and one might find themselves labeled one too, Lieutenant. Please, choose your friends more carefully in the future.
Aha, zarąbiście.
Hi.
Lieutenant, how can I help you?
Heard you have some merch coming into the station. Need a hand with the delivery?
I might be a little brazen sometimes, but not enough to turn a lieutenant into my personal errand boy.
Except that the shipment holds weapons, and if Vori get their hands on the weapons, it's gonna mean more danger for my boys. So let me give you a hand, in case not helping out ends up biting me in the ass down the line.
Fair enough. Used to be Vori only dirtied the slums, but they're like an illness lately, spreading like a contagion. First needs to make it up to the station and head out to the front. Thanks for the help.
I went to a friend for a solution to our antidote problem, and he found one.
That's the kind of good news you don't get every day. You could stop 100 terrorist attacks and still not save as many lives as you have with that antidote, Lieutenant.
Kurde bela, nie to. Dobra, do Fiory biegnę, potem dam grabieżcom tą broń, żeby po prostu mieć w miarę karmę u wszystkich taką zielonkawą. Dobrą. Lepsza karma jest po prostu ten...
Hey there, Fiorello.
Ah, the one, the only, Zachariah.
Where'd you find the girl?
We were actually thrown together when they brought us. So when perhaps she, but maybe as you.
I found out where the girl's from.
That is great, great news.
Not for her, unfortunately. Turns out she was part of a female gang trying to come together as a rival to Anton Rogue's outfit. Fight barely lasted a round, but clearly it annoyed Anton enough to have one of them kidnapped and tortured to send a message.
So what happens to her?
Just sending her back to her friends. One of the girls will probably come get her. What's the point of trying to hold her accountable?
You surprise me, officer. Open-minded, compassionate. A rare breed in your field of work. Sad to think she will... I hate to risk exploiting your kindness, but if I may,
Go on.
Since our little misadventure the other day, I'm always looking over my shoulder, feeling that those mob types are breathing down my neck, fearing I'm less protected than I ought to be.
Then you want bodyguards.
In a sense. But understanding that no ordinary citizen of abundance would suffice, and that such a task for you would be an insult, I was thinking that perhaps a strong mutant might do the trick. Word goes around that one might be able to make such an acquisition from the mutant pen in the slums. If you might make the trip for me, I could compensate you for the price of both the mutant and your time.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Again, thank you.
Nie biegaj w te resztę, tak? Ceny. I tak to było. Nie wiem, co to jest maksymalny ładunek. No, będzie to posprzedawać. To jest jakiś handlarz gdzieś w pobliżu, to mu potrzebuje wszystkie te kuty perla.
Hello.
Sprzedaj. Na ciule mam to wszystko dźwigać, nie? No to może jakiś smak, coś? Ile za jedną pułapkę chcę wołasz? Nie ma wała. Nie płacę. Polecam sobie spalić pułapkę. Zanim mi to wyjdzie. Przynajmniej mogę wszystkie otwierać już. Taki złodziej. Może jakiś ciekawy złom znajdę. Może jak nie złom, to może jakieś ciekawe itemy znajdę. Bo na trzeci poziom mogę wszystko otwierać. Jest. Czemu ja mam stabem, żeż... A!
Hey, Lieutenant. I'm really sorry, but I can't let you get through here with a truckload of weapons. They need to get to the front, but you can't go through the slums with them.
Dobra, spoko.
Alright, that's fine. I'll just drop them off.
Dobra. Kanałami muszę się przejść.
The opponents of the assembly are becoming more and more numerous, and more reckless. Heard they become so ballsy that they're planning to blow stuff up.
To też są sący, czy kanały?
Lieutenant? Sorry.
Alright.
Lieutenant?
Panie, jak chcesz?
Yeah, that sucks, but I'm going...
There he is! Get him!
Tak, ja to... Bić. Kanałami, jak się orientuję, to nie da się przejść. Giełda z lansy. Da się. Tamten na pewno się jest. Czekaj, do dziewięcia? Warsztat i naprzeciw warsztatu. Dobra. I mazała jasno spierdalam. Tak to działa. Dobra. Kolejny mini boss, tak? Dobra, do slumsów. Taki czas mam. I tak przeszłem bez zabijania, tylko ten trochę małą burdę zwołałem. Dobra. Tu. Tu. Tu.
You ain't wanted here, pal. Piss off!
Muszę się zamienić. Chłopie, ja idę do tego stresu pogadać. Jak go tnę na zleczku! Biedne chłopaki zostali tak pocięci, że łoho. Siema, strzelma.
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita. To what do I owe the displeasure this time?
I got your shipment for you.
And yet again, the loyalty of man is no deeper than his wallet. Hope your conscience is as easily appeased. I've got another little task, only if you're interested, of course. A little unsavory, but your status might help to serve as a reminder to some of my more forgetful clients. A couple slum merchants seem to be facing some mild forgetfulness on the issue of protection serum. I'd love it if you perhaps help jog their memories for me.
Can do.
I'm going to send some company along with you to lend a gentle hand, to make sure that the lessons learned and the payment, preferably in serum, finds my hungry little hands by day's end, whether they want to pay or not.
I gotta go.
Then go.
Mhm. No to co, handlarze są na bok, no to mogę zrobić.
Hey there.
Officer, hello!
You've been falling a little behind on your payments lately, huh? You know,
Yes, no, I know. Of course, it's...
Officer! I need to talk to you! I'm sorry to bother you, officer, but I have important information.
What kind of information?
I've worked for the mob. For months, I was put in charge of laundering the serum, but I have decided to tell the authorities anything they may want to know about the Voorhees operations. Give them any evidence they need. I'm scared, officer, for my life. I just need an...
Let me think about it.
Of course. Sure. I need time to grab some documents investigators will want to see.
Anton.
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your...
Little word of warning. It may be time to clean house, Rogue. Seems one of your associates got a case of conscience and decided he wants to have a talk with the authorities about you.
Conscience? What an awful word. And a more awful disease to contract. I should send some men to help.
I gotta go.
No i git. Wolę mieć dobre ze wszystkimi, niż napierdalać z każdym, kogo spotkam po drodze. Dobra, jeszcze do tamtego hajs.
I know you're coming to get me, but I've got protection now. Hired them myself. I'm sick of getting pushed around, extorted by you or anyone else.
Damn shame. If you were a little more reasonable, it might not have come to this.
Gdzie to jest ta jego ochrona? O ty kurwa! Już wyjmujesz na tak? Proszę cię bardzo.
Hey, no! Don't hurt me. I'm just trying to defend my business. Please.
You want to defend your business? Then pay when you're told. That's simple. But no, you wanted to hire a little muscle to fight back. Break him. Make him an example for the others.
Sorry, nothing personal.
Nie musiałem go zabierać, to że pobiłem go. To jeszcze tragedii nie ma.
A pleasure as always, Zach Rogue Mancer. I hope my sarcasm wasn't too subtle for you to catch.
Here's your serum.
Well done, my friend. We are friends, aren't we? Your reputation's well earned, violent and efficient. Here's a little something for your troubles. Not that violence is the best policy, but, well, sometimes violence is the only policy that's effective. I appreciate your willingness to enforce it. Care to use your rank to help me again? One of the opposition's contacts is waiting for delivery. I didn't want to press too hard by assigning you to something so trivial until the merchandise got confiscated by a guard. You'll find the contraband hidden in the barracks. You know the place intimately, I'm sure, so I'm counting on you making sure that this withdrawal gets to our client discreetly.
Nothing's ever that easy, but I'll see what I can do. I gotta go.
Then go.
Dobra ludzie, i to będzie chyba na tyle w tym odcinku. Muszę powiedzieć sobie trochę do tego. Zapiszę sobie koło tej zagrody dla mózgów. A nie, wróć. No to jeszcze tylko zdobędę dokumenty. Nie było. Zagrody dla mózgów jest po drugiej stronie.
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah.
From what I could gather, he was arrested and thrown into the correctional camp. Apparently his criticism of the government was more important to them than his work. The times we live in, I guess.
I don't even know what to... Such a loss. A waste. Maybe his work shouldn't be abandoned. If he's not coming back anytime soon, or at all, and you can do good with it.
Scott! Chodź tu.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are...
Unfortunately, I've received confirmation of what Veronica suspected. Charles was arrested and deported to a camp as a punishment for his comments. I'm sorry, Scott. I did bring back his research, though, since you wanted it.
Thank you, Zachariah. Camp. How awful. But what is happening to our dear abundance? We won't beat Aurora if we get rid of our scientists. Anyway, I'll take a look at these documents. No doubt our dear Charles was worried. They're coded. It's funny, it reminds me of the code we used as students, so that the professors wouldn't know about our adventures. All this is a little far away. I'm gonna have to think about it. Thank you, Zach. Thanks again.
Kurde Vera! Mam dziwne wrażenie, że jest dużo słabiej rozwinięte... To kurde. Dużo słabiej jest rozwinięte tak... system karmiczny. Jeżeli to ma miejsce w Grateful. Grateful, że... To nie mogę wejść? Ale bez... w Gratefulu, to żeby bić chociaż stopień dobry, to trzeba by napierdzielać, nie wiem, z 8 misji. A tu widzę, że to... Reszta ma jakiś większy urok niż Technomancer. Nie wiem. Tylko, że jestem fanem bardziej takich nikowych tych futurystycznych RPGów, takich bardziej średniowiecznych. Domieszkam w tych różnych pierdółach. Dobra. Jezu, jak to wszystko wygląda. Ja mam ultra ustawione.
Hey there, got a question for you. How'd you like to leave the pen? Go work somewhere nicer.
Leave the pen? He is sorry, but this man must be joking. He knows what happens to any trying to leave. They get shot, killed. The boss man will never let him leave. Only way out is for him to rebel, but he's too scared. So if the man would excuse him, he must go back to work. Now.
No to okej. No to my się zagnamy i ja przepytam sobie tylko... Czekaj, chwilkę. Przepytam jeszcze tego skurwysyńskiego mutanta.
I've got a proposal for you.
What is it?
I've got an acquaintance who's looking for a large mutant who can be his bodyguard. He promises he'll be well treated.
No. Chief will never let him go work elsewhere. And he can't risk getting beaten up by the guards. The man should find himself another mutant. He must go back to work now.
No to dobra, no to cześć czołem. No to nasz tutaj kolega będzie dla Fiora. Na razie, cześć.